This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
All right, Jay, this is a continuation from something that we were talking about on the podcast about DEI and more specifically, Target. Now, you like Target. I like Target.
Who doesn't like Target?
Who doesn't like Target? Everybody likes going to the store, Target. Well,
it's a love-hate. You go in for one thing, you spend $100 minimum. That's how it is.
Sometimes I go in there for just some mints, and then next thing I know, I done came out with a whole air fryer. I don't know how that happens. But Target has recently announced significant reductions in its diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI initiatives, which includes cutting a program that focused on featuring products from Black and minority-owned businesses. This decision aligns with a broader trend among many U.S. corporations facing backlash from conservative groups regarding their diversity efforts. So, on January 24, 2005, Target revealed plans to end the various DEI programs, which they had primarily initiated in the wake of the social justice movements post-2020. So, remember, I Can't Breathe? That changed the world. That changed the world for just a couple of years. Everybody implemented these DEI programs after that. And then now Trump is reelected and they're like, nah, we don't really need to care about that anymore.
They didn't care about it in the first place. You know, what's funny is they're making this decision due to, like you said, backlash from conservative groups. Why doesn't anybody ever make a decision due to support from advocacy groups? You know what I'm saying? It's like as soon as you get some backlash, then all of a sudden you want to cut stuff. Well, you know, you got a bunch of advocacy groups that are supporting this. So it just always, again, in 2025, we stand at 10 toes down. Like, if these companies that are immediately cutting these programs, they never cared about them in the first place. It was all marketing ploys to make it seem like they care about social justice in this country, and they don't.
Yeah, I can answer that question quite simply. Why do they cater to conservative groups as opposed to advocacy groups? Conservative groups have way more money. Hate is way more profitable. Like, that's not even a comparison. So they're going to feel this country was built on hate. So people are going to feed off of that, because the majority of people that are in this country still come from the lineage of hatred in this country. So they got more money. But like, one of the programs Target cut was the Racial Equity Action and Change. It was called the REACH program, which aimed to invest over $2 billion in Black-owned businesses by 2025, including plans to add 500 Black-owned brands to its retail offerings. The company has also committed to ceasing its participation in external diversity assessments, such as the Human Rights Campaign Corporation Equality Index, effectively shifting its focus away from accountability and diversity metrics. So basically, Target is saying, look, hate wins. We're going to just rock with hate. And so I'm saying, I'm not going to shop at Target anymore. Even though Jeff Bezos supports Donald Trump, I'm just going to put all my business in Amazon. I haven't actually gone to Target in a long time anyway. So
I haven't gone to Target in a while either. But I mean, listen, if we boycott or divest from companies because they don't care about people, I mean, we're not buying anything from anybody. I mean, that's just the truth. We would have to divest from this entire country, to be honest with you. You know, I can see how people are like, well, they're investing all this money in Black-owned businesses. What about it? What about everybody else? What about us? So I see that position, but you have to understand that these businesses, or minority-owned businesses, or Black-owned businesses, don't get commercial retail space. And if they do, it is like some small shelf relegated to a corner somewhere. They don't get the same promotion and marketing in these commercial retail spaces, especially these big companies, the way other products do. They just don't. And so, yeah, this REACH program does seem like it's directly in response to Black Lives Matter movements, in that
Lord.
it's specifically targeting Black-owned businesses, which again, I don't have a problem with, but I can see how people would have a problem with it. But I mean, if you just look at the data, which is pretty much all I've been doing these days. If you look at the data, there is definitely a disparity in minority-owned brands getting the retail space and getting the proper promotion.
Yeah. So basically, look, Target had this initiative where they're going to, invest in companies. But if the product isn't selling, it's not like they just giving money away. Like they're saying, no, here's an opportunity. You
Mhm.
got a good product. We're going to put it on our shelves. Hopefully it sells. If it
Right.
doesn't sell, guess what? Can't help you. But
Right.
we're going to give you the shot. Karen Fernandez, Target's Chief Community Impact and Equity Officer, emphasized in a memo that the changes were influenced by years of data and the need to adapt to an evolving situation. She insisted that the understanding customer needs remains pivotal for driving growth. The broader context includes political changes and pressures from conservative groups, which have increasingly criticized corporate DEI initiatives. So that's really what it's about. She's trying to say it's data driven, and no, it's not. It's
not data
conservative
driven.
group driven, and this is what they want. And okay.
But it is 100% a need to adapt to an evolving situation. The evolving situation is this country is regressing, and we don't want to be on the outs with a lot of these very powerful conservative groups. And the fact of the matter is that the Conservative Party, if you can call it that anymore, is the political party in power right now. So if we don't want them to make decisions that damage our business, right, then we have to kowtow to their demands, which is sad. And but this idea that the customer needs is still central to what we do. No, it's not. Because you have customers now that will not be able to find products that represent them at your stores. And if you don't think that the data is going to show a decline in purchasing from certain demographic groups, particularly minority groups, then you're crazy. That's what the data is going to show. It's going to show a decline in purchasing from certain demographic groups.
I guess we ain't shopping like that at Target. I guess they don't care. Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care what's happening in the Black community.
Clearly.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was a YouTube exclusive.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.